Hey guys, welcome back to another episode on the REI Network show. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. We're going to have a ton more videos coming out. And again, if you're watching on the podcast, welcome back. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you don't miss any of these episodes. Today, I want to talk about the benefits of virtual wholesaling. This is something that I'm super passionate about. This is kind of the strategy that I've done from day one. This is the one I think is one of the best strategies out there for a number of reasons, and I want to talk to you about them things. If you're not doing virtual wholesaling, we're gonna look at the pros and the cons and the systems that you need in place to be able to do it. Right now, I'm traveling in my RV. We're in Arizona. As you know, I live in Savannah, Georgia. And we're going to be going off to Phoenix, Sedona, working our way back through Louisiana, New Orleans, Florida, and then back home. We're probably going to be gone for 4 or 5 weeks, so that's super, super exciting. I'm working from a Starbucks right now to get some good internet, and I love it. I love to be able to travel, and that's kind of why I like virtual wholesaling, because it allows you to do that. So let's talk about, why virtual? Why not in your own market? What are the pros and the cons of that? Because a lot of people say you need to be boots on the ground. You need to go and meet with the homeowners. You need to get face to face, be able to show your buyers. And yes, there is a time and a place for that. I'm not going to lie. Okay, face to face sales is always better than over the phone. But in saying that, the way I look at it is, let's say you're going to go and look at a property that's 45 minutes away. You get stuck with a seller for an hour. Okay, then you got a 45-minute drive home. You've lost pretty much 2.5 hours of your day to go and get one seller to probably go and get a no. The way I look at that is, how many phone calls can we make in them 2.5 hours to be able to get contracts? And that's what I look at. We know this is a volume game. It's all about how many sellers you're talking to, how many offers you're making, and what follow-up you're doing. So as long as you have an internet connection, a phone line, okay, then you're good to go, and you can do as many as you can. Now, there is an art to it, obviously, being on the phone, and it's trying to position things differently and get your mind around not going and seeing the houses. When I got started, I was scared to go into the house because I don't know anything about repairs. Okay, I don't know how to flip a house. I don't know how much a roof costs, how much the paint is, and all these other things. So for me, it was easier to be on the phone than do that, because again, my position on the phone would always be, hey, Mr. Seller, I'm going to have to come and see the house. I'm going to have to ask you some questions. I haven't seen the house yet. Can you tell me a little bit about it? And gather that, because we have to do an inspection. So once I gather that information, again, I'm looking for the four main pillars when we're in them conversations, okay, which is their motivation situation, which is the timeline, how quickly do they want something to happen, the price point that they're at, and the condition of the property. And once we've got that on a virtual level, we're talking about virtual wholesaling right now, but again, we have some great strategies that you can learn along the way of creative finance to make multiple offers. But remember, only do that when you're ready. Let's go and master one thing. Let's go and be brilliant at the one thing. Let's go and make some money. And then you can get into a creative finances, start financing, start utilizing your leads to get results. Okay. So that's just one of the things that you can do, obviously, on the virtual level. More phone calls, more offers, more follow-up. And again, you don't have to go and see the house, which means, guess what? You can do it from anywhere. One of the biggest things to get your head around, guys, is that you aren't going to the property. So this doesn't matter if it's a mile down the street or if it's in another state. Because as soon as you are determined and you stay disciplined to not going out to the property, not once, never, there's a big difference. I'm going to explain here why. Then you can do this business anywhere. So once you are not personally going to walk in that property, then you are now virtually. Okay. And then we can put things in around it to help you, to support you, to get deals done. Okay. So for instance, what could we be doing when we go virtual? Who might we need to help us? So we could get a runner. So what's a runner? A runner is someone that you can hire 50 bucks, 25 bucks, okay, that goes out, maybe picks up a contract for you and gets it signed. If they're elderly, they don't use DocuSign. Maybe it's to get pictures, a walkthrough video, put a lockbox on, all these things that you can use a runner for. You can advertise on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist for this. Family members, friends, whatever, to go out and do this, college kids, Uber drivers, and you can hire them to go and do that. And then once you've done that, you've got the lockbox. If it's empty, vacant, you can send your buyers in to view the properties. You've got the pictures now to send out to your buyers. You've got the video, and you don't actually need someone on the ground. You can just hire a runner, depending on how you want to set this business up. We know that there's multiple ways of running the business on a virtual level. How big do you want to build the business? You know, for me, I don't want a big office. I don't want a ton of hassle. I don't want a big team. I want to be able to do deals from anywhere, working from my RV, having conversations, making offers, following up. Okay, I do all my coaching calls from it, and I can do it from anywhere. That is what the goal is for me. And your guys is maybe a little different, but even with our team, we work in a virtual markets. Everyone, you know, does things virtually. Very rarely we'll go and meet a seller without knowing a number, knowing that we're close. Okay, sometimes yes, we do have to go, and they'll say, "Well, I'm not signing anything until you see it." No problem. We can send a buyer in, we can send a runner in to go and get pictures, and then we can make that offer and be a bit more assertive with it. Okay, so there is again ways around it. The other thing is as well, like you have to decide how you want to run the business. In terms of, you can get a wholesale partner, you can run the system, set the systems up. Okay, you can be the person that's doing the marketing, getting it, feeding it into a partner on the ground that is on the ground, that will go and see the property, lock the deals up and move it. You can take a percentage of that, and be very hands off and automate this whole process. Automation and delegation, we throw that around. We teach a lot on it, and it's really, really good. Everyone should be doing it. But I will tell you one thing I do want to share is that you can't do that, okay, if something's broken. So people say, "Oh, I'm just going to, you know, automate the business. I'm going to put systems in place. I'm going to do this." Yes, as long as it's not broken. You cannot scale something that's broken. Okay, so if there's something in that system that isn't working, if there's a missing link, a weak link, then you can't scale that, because it will just be a money pit and you will not succeed and do more deals. Okay, so you want to be brilliant at the basics, get the basic things down, and then you will be able to scale. You'll be able to put some automation in. Okay, which means it could be, all right, I'm going to set up so text messages and emails are going out in 15, 30 days, 45 days, and all cold leads are going to get that. But my warm and hot leads, I want to be reaching out personally. I want to be doing personal phone calls, personal text messages on them follow-ups. Okay, and the idea is that you're trying to get your cold leads to be warm, your warms to hots, your hots to close. Normally, your hot leads will close normally first. Okay, so you want to try and get them cold ones to get warmer again, and then back in play, and hopefully get them closed through follow-up. Okay, so that is going to be over a period of time. The other big thing is, as well as wholesaling or virtual wholesaling, is that you don't need to use your own money. You're controlling property without owning it. Now, not saying that you should have you should have the power to close if you want on the deal, meaning transactional funding, a lender. If you want to take that deal down, you can, but a lot of the times you are going to be able to sign that contract or double close on it with funds from the end buyer in place. Okay, so a double close, a back-to-back double close, meaning that if I've got a contract for 100,000 with a seller, I sell it to a buyer for 140,000, then I'm going to close on the seller. So I'm A to B, so B closes with C in position, and then we do a back-to-back close. So I have to pay closing costs, okay, but their funds take care of that. It just literally comes out of my 40,000 spread. I have to take my closing costs off. And then it's kind of like disguising the sale, but you can do that. Also, you can bring transactional funding in to close the property as well, and we do work with multiple people on that for a fee. So That's really good. You don't have to have money. In this business, you need time, okay? Time or money, or both, ideally. If you don't have any money, I started off, I spent $750 on direct mail, didn't get a deal. So you have to get creative. I started to go up to into meetup groups locally and started to work old leads. Just following up, and that's the first time. That's my first two deals that I ever did. They were small, $1,500, $2,000, so they were small, okay. But it's a massive win for me. It was just like I'd done a $50,000 or $100,000 deal. It was a feeling that no deal can do now. It doesn't matter how big it is, because it was a massive win that I could achieve this when I'd never done it before. You know, a guy from England, golf professional, that's going into real estate, doesn't know anything about it, and just learning and working hard and self belief of I feel that I can lock up deals over the phone. And I'm gonna be honest, guys. I've probably been in five properties in my whole career in real estate. I've never got a contract face to face. All the deals that I've been into, we've already had under contract. So it's pretty crazy. And it just comes down to the kind of mindset and the way that you think. If you think you have to be there, then yeah, you have to be there because that's your thought process. So you need to change that and understand that it's all to do with positioning and the sales cycle and getting across and getting out of them objections, because that's what it is. It's just objections. The seller might say, well, are you going to come and see the house? Yes, Mr. Seller, we have to do a due diligence on everything we buy. But I'm just going to be honest. I want to see if we can get the number close enough before we make that happen. And then I will again get back to the price. Can we lock this deal up? Because I need to do my inspection period, which then obviously my buyers or contractors will go in and do. All right. So remember, on virtual wholesaling and why fast cash. Okay, you handpick deals for buy and holds. You handpick deals for fix and flips. You make money on the front, less money involved in terms of other than your marketing and your time. No risk, pretty much no risk at all, because you're not taking these down. You're not borrowing money, hard money, etc. You're moving it to buys that you already have, and closing deals. You can do it from anywhere in the world, not just in the US. Anywhere in the world. In England, I still do it. So you can do that. You can travel around if you get the right systems in place, which is, for my team. I'll tell you, I'm in multiple markets, so we do lead. We manage all the lead gen. I have cold caller VAs. Okay, we do some individual dials. We do some triple dialing. We do some individual text messaging to the small niche lists. We do very little direct mail. Maybe I'm talking 600 mailers every 3 months just on real niche lists. And then we manage that process. Leads come in, and then acquisition or partner on the ground picks up the phone and gets it into a follow-up sequence. What we're trying to do is we're not trying to close deals on phone call one, so don't expect it to happen because it won't, very rarely. So what you're going to do is you're going to gather information, you're going to build rapport, you're going to make an offer, you're going to take great notes, and then what you're going to do is you're going to look to see what changed over a period of time. Okay, so next time we talk in 30 days, 45, 60 days, whatever it may be, has anything changed between me and the seller since we last spoke? And that is what follow-up is. So, hey, Jeff, this is Gavin. We spoke 30 days ago about 123 Main Street. How you doing? Oh, hey, Gavin, how are you? Yeah, look, I know you're probably super busy. Just wanted to check in. Jeff, I know we talked about this last time. Has anything changed since we last spoke? Oh, well, actually, yeah. I mean, I thought I'd be back to work now, but I'm not, with COVID and all that, and I can't believe it. And okay, well, I guess this house is it still vacant or did you end up renting? Oh no, it's still vacant. Oh, really? Well, look, we're still interested in buying, Jeff. I know you wasn't too interested in my offer for what we could do, but I'm willing to, see if we can kind of relook at that if that works. Yeah, I think maybe that's what we're going to have to do. Look, if it doesn't rent in the next week, can you call me back? Yeah, no problem. Again, now we've got them on the next follow up. I call them if they, and I always say if they call, say a week, I do 4 days, 5 days. If they say a month, I do 2 weeks to 3 weeks. I always cut it in half or at least 2/3 of the time. And that's what you're doing, guys. You're just shadowing. building rapport, and that's how we close all of our deals. So don't panic when they want too much money. It's no problem, no problem. Just be there, just hang in there, because that's when the deals are going to come. And the big takeaway is you do this from anywhere. And that's the key. You got to start having a lifestyle business. You know, what are you all working for? Like, what's all this about? Why are you even doing this? You know, I earn, decent money. There's people in the industry that make more than me, but they're working way harder. And I work hard. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to play up that I don't do anything, because I do. I do work hard, but I work on my time. I work where I want, when I want. If I want to take a day off, I'm going to take a Friday off. I'm going to go and play golf because I can, right? And I'll schedule things around that accordingly. So that's what you need to be doing. You need to kind of get the bigger picture going, and then put systems in around it. So back to that, with acquisition, getting the contracts, disposition, moving it, and then we all get paid on it, and having them people in place. But that takes time. You're not going to listen to this podcast and go, oh yeah, I'm just going to outsource everything. Of course not. Outsource your weaknesses, outsource the small dollar an hour activities, and you focus on making money. And once you've got that and you're making it and you're comfortable, then you will put the next thing in place. That's how you're going to build a business that's actually profitable. I've just spoken to a new client of mine, and I'm not going to mention his name. Okay, and if he's listening, he'll know. But they did about gross 750,000 last year. Okay, 750,000 last year. Fantastic. But people in his team that are under him, that work for him, are making more money than he is. Listen to that again. 750,000. The owner of the company, there's people in the company making more money than the owner. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So stop thinking about volume. Start thinking about profit margins. Okay. Stop thinking about 10 deals. Thinking about margins, profit margins to make money. Okay. And that is how you're going to get to the financial freedom, whatever that is. We throw that word out so loosely, and you need to say, what is it to you? What is that? What is financial freedom? For me, it's to do what I want with who I want when I want. And I need enough money to be able to do that. And everyone else maybe are going, I sort of speak to some clients I work with one to one, and they're saying, oh, I just need to make 5,000 a month, Gavin. That's all I need. And that's easy. That's one deal. If you apply yourself, of course you can do one deal a month. Of course you can. What does that tell? Tell me right now, Gavin, what have I got to do to get one deal a month to do my first deal consistently? Okay. I want you to talk to 5 sellers a day. I want you to make 3 offers a day. That's 15 offers a week. I want you to do it for a month, 2 months, 3 months. In 3 months, you spoke to 300 sellers. You've made 180 offers. You're telling me you ain't going to do a deal? I bet you'll do 10 deals. More. When follow-up kicks in, game changer. Don't be panicking about not doing a deal in 30 days. 90 days, get following up after 30. 90 days hit, you'll be closing on the first month marketing. Guarantee it. Test it. Message me and say, you know what, I did it. Go back now, all your marketing, and call everyone from 90 days ago, or 180 days, or a year ago, however long you've got that marketing. Call them all. Okay. Go and call them, follow up, and I bet you can get a contract. Go and do it. You have to be in it to win it. Stop thinking about motivation right today. Over time, situations change, okay? Which means if the situation changes, the offer, the circumstances change, which means you're there to get the deal. All right. So remember, that's why the benefits of this is of virtual wholesaling. Okay. Controlling property without owning it. You're making money. You don't need money to buy the properties. Okay, you can get cash now. You can handpick your deals. You can do it from anywhere in the world. Build the right systems along the way. Start using automation and delegation. Okay, scale when you're brilliant at the basics. And if you take them principles, you're going to do great. All right, guys. Hopefully this helped. Again, if you want any of the downloads that I have, go to REINetwork.com/downloads. If you want to get on our email list to make sure any updates that we have, please reach out. And like and subscribe. If you're interested in working with me, email support@reinetwork.com and we'll go from there. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I did. I'm very passionate when it comes to virtual wholesaling, and yeah, we'll talk to you soon. All right. Thanks. Bye bye.